Hey, Ophiuchus seekers. Welcome to August. Welcome to the Existential Shift. I'm working with the Morgane Tarot. Okay. Ophiuchus. Ooh, Four of Cups in the reverse. You experienced a big level of doubt. Now, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. And you are utilizing these doubts to do the shadow work. Okay, these are my doubts, and this is my core wound, and this is what I need to work on. Yes, that. There's more. It's almost like, okay, you're tracing the source of these doubts. If it's a person, if it's faith, if it's anything, your own aspect of self, you're tracing the source of your doubt, and you work with it to do something extraordinary, to leap above through the doubts and turn them into confidence, manifestation energy, faith. I wrote once, which is funny because the existential shift is in Ophiuchus. I wrote something that I feel really described it well, so I'm just gonna say that, and I feel like it will drive it home. Bury me, I shall become a tree. Drown me, I shall become the sea. Fight me, I shall become a dove. Hate me, I shall become love. With this Four of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, that's what you're doing. You're acting like soil. You're acting like fertile soil. Kind that we had prior to the recent 100 years during which we've annihilated half of world's wildlife. Completely. What's the proper word? I don't have a word bad enough. What we did to the equilibrium of the ecosystem, created such a void in the domino effect of this house of cards, in the ripple effect of this void is going to be so profoundly terrifying. It's now just beginning. And it's almost like you're seeing an image of you like standing on the balcony looking outside. It seems serene, but in your head you're imagining how things might collapse. Optimistic, aren't you? Don't blame you. And with that, not from a place of, liking it or even being okay with it. No, of course, it worries you just as much as anyone else with any common sense or an ounce of wisdom. But still, when you trace back your journey and where you're at now in relation to that journey, you're like, I know I'm going to be okay. And it doesn't take away from the worry and the grief and the concern for the world around you. But it's ironically almost like the first time that if you really are honest with yourself, if you put aside the mental anguish that is because of everything, if you put that aside, if it's even possible, if you actually listen to the sensation within, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And it creates this strength, the kind of strength that soil has, healthy soil. And it makes you now fearless. You realize if the equilibrium and the laws of physics are collapsing anyway, what's the point of even trying to follow these guidelines of society, of life? And you're doing something, you're going to do something and feeling extraordinary for yourself. It doesn't have to be something that people watch and are like, oh my God, this is extraordinary. This could be within yourself and your own decision making and your own approach to life, how you respond to things, how you feel in relation to things. It's extraordinary in general, and it's also extraordinary in relation to you and what you're used to being like or doing. Queen of Swords. The truth shall set you free. The delivery is irrelevant. The essence of the sword, that's what relevant. Page of Cups. And if you'll pretend to be offended, insulted, emotional, if you'll play that game, if you indulge in the woe me, it's almost like brushing off the gift that you are being given now. Everything I've described, the Emperor. See, the Emperor doesn't blink or quiver in the face of troublesome words and offense. The Emperor, like the chariot, sits on a cube. That cube represents the transportation of consciousness. The chariot, the Merkava. Merkava, in Hebrew it literally means chariot. And it celebrates everything there is to celebrate and utilizes, for the sake of the celebration, everything there isn't to celebrate. For example, fertilizers. It's not stinky and bad and trash. It's a fertilizer. Fertilizer. Six of Pentacles. Start planting the seeds in the soil that is you. Sit down. Make a few years plan. Where do you see yourself in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 6 years, and so on? And do the things. You've gone through enough of feeling sorry for yourself, of shadow work, of caressing the wounded child. If you have not, this is not your video. Go back to doing shadow work. If If you have, this is your video. This is your video. Start acting like a vigilant samurai existential shifter. Stop the yattering. Stop the wallowing. There is so much for you to build and create, and now you can do it. Oh, but Morgane, but oh, but whoa, but me. Oh, but this is there and this is there. What shall be? No, I wouldn't talk like that to everyone. Of course, not everyone is in the place to be able to deal with what I'm saying, but those of you that this video is for, you are still pretending to be emotionally wounded because it's become your character. Has sunk into your personality. You forgot that it was temporary and you've grown to indulge in it. Sometimes it's true and needs to be acknowledged and honored and processed and heard and have empathy for. And I do that when I need to do that. But here now, you're just being full of it, Ophi. What you need is a good kick in the butt. Because I'm not going to give you that. The full moon is clear. Your ancestral bloodline is gushing through your veins, telling you what you need to do. Your higher self is speaking to you. Stop pretending not to hear. So when you were a kid or when you were growing up or when you allowed yourself to be free, you got really pressed for it, suppressed for it, ridiculed, belittled. It taught you to play smaller in order to please. But now there's no one to please. So this strategy that used to be very important and applicable because it got you through some hard times, it's time to shed it and form a new strategy. It is more aligned with who you truly are, a phoenix. The kind of creature that rises from the ashes. You think a mythical creature that has the power to rise from the ashes, sits in the ashes, and how will it rise from the ashes? No, it just rises from the ashes. A painter who has the talent and the skill to paint just paints. You go outside for a walk, you just walk. Take a sip, you just take a sip. That's how natural it is for you. But you've grown to believe your pretense. These howls in the night aren't made to scare you and get you timid inside your bed hiding. They're meant to call you. They're calling you to go outside and roam and hang out with them. Eight of Pentacles. Right underneath the Queen of Pentacles. After the Six of Pentacles. I like seeing that. There's bloom. There's growth of the investment this month. If you Stop the pretense and start creating. Start doing the crazy yet tangible things that you understand. You'll start having support from your environment. People who doubted you, made you feel insecure, who looked down at you, are going to start wanting to celebrate you, spend time with you, and acknowledge you and say, I know Ophiuchus, or I knew Ophiuchus. Show me more for Ophi. Seeker 13. What I mean by Seeker 13 is you can be any sign in the zodiac wheel, 9 of Pentacles. And if you feel like you have transcended through the other archetypes of the other zodiac signs in ways of playing into their higher frequency, then this is an Ophiuchus reading for you too. I see you as an Ophiuchus as well, the 13th sign, the higher frequency integration of 12 other signs. And it's also, more technically speaking, is an integration of Scorpio and Sagittarius, fixed water, and mutable fire. That's either a recipe for alchemy or a recipe for disaster. Ophiuchus people are either extremely high, broad frequency, and very aware, very powerful, or they are a chaotic mess that hurts themselves and hurts their environment. That's the journey of energy. It goes from chaos to perfect order, and inevitably it will go through that cycle again. But right now, I urge you to step out of that, at this point, so-called chaos, and step into this order that is simply knowing your mechanism, knowing your elements, and mixing them up together into a recipe that benefits you. That's it. 9 of Pentacles right after the 8 of Pentacles. If that's not wonderful confirmation, I don't know what is. You can be so abundant. You can create so much for yourself. You can walk free and independent in this partly crumbling world, partly at the top, like a ship. That part of it is sinking and the other part is on top, and everyone on the new earth high frequency is jolly and singing and happy, and oh, we're about to meet aliens, and oh, we are transcending, and oh, we are being separated from the lower frequency. We're going to be happy and they're going to be stuck in old earth. Oh, honey, you're all connected. We are all connected. If part of the boat is sinking, and instead of trying to help fix the boat, clog the holes, take out the water, pull people up from under, and instead you're just playing the violin at the top, thinking it doesn't affect you, it doesn't touch you. First of all, you're not the enlightened being you pretend to be. She's hurting my feelings. I don't like her anymore. Okay, bye. So that's exactly what I just spent 19 minutes telling you to stop doing, because it's not benefiting you. Yes, I know I said the world is going to be in chaos and you know that you're going to be okay, but because you have the wisdom, hopefully, and the knowledge and the skill to help yourself, help those around you, act as opposed to either wallow or be in denial. Both are low frequency. Okay? Toxic negativity and toxic positivity are both toxic AF. Negativity because something is negative, or positivity because something is positive. Those are both high, wide frequencies because they're true to the human condition, to the sentiment of the heart. But any falsity, that's the low frequency. That's the condensed energy. The self-deceit, pretending to be happy when you're not, or pretending to be miserable when you're not, which is what many of you are doing, when many of you are doing in accordance to this reading. Both are just bullshit. Both are just a charade. Either way, if the ship is sinking, either do something about it or jump out. But make sure you're a good swimmer and that you have the strength to battle the sharks. Because when you choose to separate yourself from your community, which is legitimate, everybody has their own path. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm telling you what you need for the road in case you choose this or that. If you choose to separate yourself from the collective, from your community, then you're on your own at sea. And over there are cute fishies and there are sharks. Are you able? Be honest with yourself. And if you're not sure, stick around on the boat with your community, with your people, and help. No, I'm not saying you should drown with them. I'm saying do what you can to lift them up instead of ridiculing them as if you are higher and mightier. And maybe some of my messages are contradictory. This world is contradictory, I admit. I do my best through it. Take what helps you, leave what doesn't. But understand the essence of what I'm trying to say. Currently, you are fertile soil. You have to keep it like that. By admitting to yourself, to your strength, so that it doesn't leave you, so that rot doesn't take over. And in that benevolent soil, use whatever negativity around you as fertilizer and bring new life, so that new life will be stronger than the things that are dying. Help this system regain its equilibrium. And don't worry, in the next 2 months, August and September, I see you financially doing well. The fruits of your labor are coming through. There's good results. If you've been waiting on money, it's coming in. Keep doing the good work. It's not for nothing. Anything else for Ophiuchus, please, for August? Temperance and Two of Swords. I can be so dramatic. Okay. So, Ophi, temperance is you. That's your highest manifestation, what you can be, what you are in essence, and what you can play out in your life. And the Two of Swords, this is basically a conclusion to this entire reading. And the Two of Swords is cute little psychological you being like, no, I can't. No, I shouldn't. No, it's not right. No, it can't be. Temperance is the card also of alchemy, of making the impossible possible, of doing the unthinkable and making it look easy, and somehow it works. And this is you going back to the doubts, letting muggles dictate what you can or cannot do. It's up to you. Which one of you will play into this, and which one of you will play into this? But the main thing is, there is still this psychological thing that is holding you back. It's like an inner clock that tells you when things should be happening and when they should not be happening. And it has nothing to do with your true life path. It's this mechanical inner prison that you operate by. You gotta break it. Okay. Let's look into the deeper layers of this reading. Yes, even deeper. There's always another depth, another layer. Let's take the major arcana. We have the Emperor, the Moon, and Temperance. Hello. Now let's see if we have any repetitions. So first of all, we have the court cards, two queens, Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords, and Page of Cups. And now we have 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. So there's no repetition once again. There has been several readings recently with no minor arcana's repetition when it comes to the numeric aspect. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, but no doubles. That means that there's a imbalance and lack of synchronicity. And the answer to gaining this balance and synchronicity is here with these people and these energies. You're going to see who these people are. We're going to clarify more these energies. I'll talk about them more and I'll pull more cards. And then I'll give us a rune reading. Okay? This is your extended. You can find it either on Patreon or on Vimeo. It's available below in the description box. Thank you for being here. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. Give this video the like so it could echo broader in the realm of YouTube and reach more seekers, seers, shifters, cute Ophies out there, and Seeker 13s. I love you and I appreciate you. Stay magic, stay true, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the extended, hopefully. Bye for now.